Arctic weather sweeps across the United States with temperatures dropping as low as -45 degrees Celsius in what's being called a once-in-a-generation type event.
So if an area low pressure drops or intensifies by 24 millibars within 24 hours, that is considered to be bombogenesis. And basically, again, that's a fancy way of saying a storm is getting really strong really quickly.
Chris, can't miss the opportunity for you to say hello to our own meteorologist, our own weather presenter, Carol. Do you just want to give her a wave? Because we're going to be talking to her next, and thankfully, we haven't got it as bad here.
Yes. Hello.
Chris, thanks very much. Chris,
there we go.
Hi,
there
Carol.
we go.
Carol saying hello
Bring
back.
people together. So you're minus 28 now. Now, Calgary is clearly a place that is relatively used to very cold temperatures, but that is exceptional.
Yes, it's the coldest it's been in Calgary since 26 years gone by. And in fact, that was on Wednesday. And as we were just hearing from Chris, my goodness, this is exceptional weather. And when you think about it, excuse me, in the north, the houses are built for cold weather. But in the south, in the states like Florida, which of course is a sunshine state, homes aren't geared up for this kind of weather either. Now, if we have a look at the charts, you can see too, it's coming down from Canada, all this Arctic air, all the way south in towards Florida. So cold by day and by night. But as we head into Christmas Eve, something milder is coming in from the west. Now, it's bringing blizzard conditions. It will make horrendous travelling conditions. And of course, in America, we call the Christmas period the holiday period. That is going to be disrupted, and there'll be ice because of the cold conditions. As soon as the cold air hits any surfaces that have water on them, maybe it's been raining, for example, then that will freeze. The snow will also freeze as well. And we're talking about how it will feel against your skin. Life-threatening wind chill. So, for example, in parts of the plains, we could have temperatures -70 Fahrenheit against your skin. That will feel more like -55. That will be when frostbite sets in very quickly. So I would class it as dangerous weather.
President Biden has warned Americans traveling for the Christmas period to leave now before dangerous and threatening wintry storms hit the United States. Thousands of flights have already been cancelled, and more than 100 million people across the USA and Canada have been issued a winter weather alert. As the cold weather, shown here in purple, begins to bite, forecasters say temperatures already down to almost -30 degrees Celsius could drop to -40 in parts of some states when wind chill is taken into account. Our US correspondent James Matthews reports.
In North America, driving home for Christmas comes with a danger warning. An Arctic storm blowing through the United States and parts of Canada is already closing roads and cancelling flights ahead of the festive rush. Forecasters are predicting bitterly cold temperatures, accompanied by powerful winds and snow. As the whiteout spreads, the White House has spoken.
Please take this storm extremely seriously. And I don't know whether your bosses will let you, but if you all have travel plans, leave now. Not a joke. I'm sending my staff, if they had plans to leave on tomorrow, late tonight or tomorrow, I'm telling them to leave now.
This was a tweet from a state trooper in Kansas, out on the road, struggling in the snow.
If you can stay home and not have to travel, please do not travel. Visibility is very, very short. You have to travel really, really slow to be able to stay within the roadway because you cannot see where the roadway is at.
Nearly 200 million people are in areas with some kind of weather warning. Amidst predictions of the coldest festive season in decades, Christmas trade has turned from presents to preparations.
When we're seeing temps of 15 and wind chills of like -1 and -5, that really shows you how rare this is.
The ice apocalypse is coming upon us tomorrow. And I want to do some of my neighbors' walkways and my own.
To head home or to hunker down? It's a Christmas question facing millions here. Although travel won't be the only concern as the conditions bite. James Matthews, Sky News in Washington.
President Joe Biden has warned that millions of Americans facing dangerous and threatening weather as a powerful winter storm makes its way from Canada towards the Mexican border.
Mr. Biden encouraged everyone to heed warnings and bring forward Christmas travel plans where possible, as temperatures are forecast to dip as low as -45 degrees Celsius. Our North America correspondent Peter Bowes reports.
This is what it looks like when a bomb cyclone descends on North America. These huge banks of snow in North Dakota are the result of an intense blizzard that swept through the state. Conditions that are set to engulf almost the entire country, just in time for Christmas. But this is no winter wonderland. The storm could prove deadly. Great swathes of the US will experience some of the lowest temperatures ever recorded here. There's already chaos at the airports. This is New York. For many, it should have been the first normal Christmas after COVID. But across the country, thousands of flights have been cancelled. Some people have been forced to abandon their plans to travel, while others are scrambling to find another way to get to their families.
Flustered. We're trying to search on our phones, figure out other routes, maybe even taking a bus from here to Atlanta, which it'll take us about 21 hours, so that's really inconvenient, but anything we can do just to get there is what we're going to do.
President Biden has urged people to take extreme care.
This is really a very serious weather alert here. And it goes from Oklahoma all the way to Wyoming and Wyoming to Maine, and it's a real consequence. So I encourage everyone, please heed the local warnings.
The rapidly deepening low-pressure system will bring snow, strong winds, ice and frigid conditions all the way from Canada to the deep south, including Texas and the border with Mexico. The Midwest will be particularly badly hit, where it could be the coldest Christmas since the 1980s. Even Florida, the Sunshine State, will experience temperatures well below freezing. In New York, intense blizzards are expected to last for several days. Americans are being advised to travel earlier than planned or hunker down for Christmas. Peter Bowes, BBC News.